Further, Krishna says, Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavid pashyan shrunvan sprishan jigran ashnan gachan swapan shvasan pralapan visrajan grihnan unmishan nimishan napi indriyan indriyartheshu vartanta iti dharayan. A person in the divine consciousness, although engaged in seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving about, sleeping and breathing, always knows within himself that he actually does nothing at all. Because while speaking, evacuating, receiving, opening or closing his eyes, he always knows that only the material senses are engaged with their objects and that he is aloof from them. So one of the symptoms of transcendental knowledge here is described by Krishna, that even though a person who is enlightened, he is there within this body which is made of 5 knowledge acquiring senses which is called Jnanendriyas and 5 working senses which are called Karmendriyas. So the body and the bodily senses are always engaged in interacting with the sense objects in this material world. So he perfectly knows well that when he is eating, when he is breathing, when he is opening his eyes and closing the eyelids, so he knows that material body and the senses are engaged with their objects in this material world, and he himself is a person who is inside the body. Due to ignorance, people in this world think that I am this body and bodily pains are mine and bodily pleasures are mine. They want to minimize and avoid bodily pains and they want to increase bodily pleasures. This is what the whole world is about. They are all working hard for material sense pleasures. How to get more and more sense pleasures. This is the whole goal of people in this material world. But those who are enlightened, they know very well that actually I have nothing to do with this material body. This material body is also an energy of Krishna. It is also made by Krishna. And according to the laws of nature, this body gets attracted to certain objects. This body doesn't like certain objects. The senses are engaged with interacting with the sense objects. Krishna says in one more place in the Bhagavad Gita, Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayorna vashamagacche tauhyasya hi paripantinau. Krishna says Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau. This body is so designed that the senses are attracted to certain objects and they don't like certain objects. So we are all hankering for those objects which are pleasurable and we want to avoid those objects which are not pleasurable. So this is the material life. So an enlightened person, a person in true knowledge, he knows that actually whatever is happening in this body, it is all actually material body and bodily senses interacting with the external world, and he himself has nothing to do with these actions and reactions. And because he is controlled in mind and senses, he maintains the body as a yantra, as a vehicle given by the Supreme Lord. He uses this body as an instrument just for pleasing the Lord, just for serving the Lord. So in that way, he lives with detachment. He is not affected by any pains or pleasures of this material body. He is neutral. He upkeeps the body for the sake of utilizing the body for serving the Lord, as long as he is supposed to live in this material body. This is how a devotee lives.